Okay, let's click this, press this button, and as I have done frequently, let's actually check out the changes before pressing that button. Allow casting Simulacrum on demons. Ban very low enchantment Randart armor. Hey! Sort of funny to get a -7 Randart barding, but it's never ever getting worn. Throw it at -2. In the spirit of the Hat of the Alchemist. Hey, you know what? I agree with that. Good changes. Good changes. No more -5 globes of absolute garbage. Yeah. So yeah, let's transfer. Anyway, last time we saw this character, we were going here with Hunt. I'm glad that I put it on the quiver because that made me immediately remember that I was gonna use Hunt for shows. Otherwise, I probably would have forgotten, and I would have tried to do something janky instead of just casting Hunt at everything. Which is really strong. Yeah, casting Haunt at everything is something that I can recommend. You should try casting Haunt at everything because it's really, really strong. I miscast Haunt. That could be an issue. Yeah, that could be an issue. Unfortunately, I'm still on the stairs. I can just go out and cast Haunt here, rest my mana off, and then come back down and just whack this nameless horror. Maybe resting the mana off was like kinda lame, because wow, what's up with that? I've been casting Haunt a lot in the entirety of this game, and it's the first time that I get double miscast. Like before, when I got Haunt, obviously I was not at 5% as I am now, and I was casting it, and I did get some miscasts, but it took a while for me to get miscasts, and I also never got 2 miscasts in a row. It's pretty insane. I think it's something with related to the fact that I put it on the quiver. Like maybe it's like that. Right? It probably is not. There really shouldn't be any gameplay distinctions with spell being on the quiver. It's just a little joke, but still, it feels kind of whack when such a thing happens. Um, Hunt is such a busted spell. Yeah, just take a look at that. It's so beautiful. It just kills everything. As I mentioned yesterday, it really is the one summon spell that follows the spirit of what I like to do with my spells. You press the button, and the spell kills the thing that you press the button at. As simple and easy as that. No micromanagement required. Haunt is fantastic because of that. Yeah, it's insane. It's actually crazy how strong it is. And as you see it right now, like you may be thinking, oh, but it's only shows. It probably falls down later in the game. No, it doesn't fall down later in the game. I'm gonna be doing the same thing in SOT. It's gonna be fantastic. Hmm. Am I flying? Oh, I'm flying. Didn't even notice. Anyway, as you see, that's not going bad at all. Mm. Yeah, I got into a fight against many things, but Haunt alone pretty much did the trick. What is this? Ichor stained plate. Hey, faintly glowing acid scales. This could be exactly what I need with this character, because my character no longer has the weakness of not having resistances, thanks to the Hat of the Alchemist. That was such a crucial find that is currently allowing me to wear double ring of protection plus amulet of regen. It is actually a very nice boost in tankiness for my character. I'm more tanky than I was before I found the Hat of the Alchemist, but I can make myself even tankier with the robe of least resistance. And I think that's like probably the correct thing to use like these acid scales, depending on how enchanted they are. If they are like +5, +6, that would be pretty sweet. But who knows? Who knows? Let's just find out. Oh, by the way, this Scythe of Outrage could kill me. The Demon Spawn Gladiator is a joke. It has very bad defenses for this point in the game, and only 200 HP. Actually, 200 HP is a lot, right? But look at the defenses. They're reminiscent of mine, and it doesn't have any spells, so I don't know what happened with that ghost. Is it even a real ghost? I don't know if it's a real ghost. Exactly 200 HP with a Demon Spawn Gladiator of Okawaru. Maybe it's just like one of those perma-store ghosts. You never know. Anyway, I think I can tap this guy. I don't have this spell on death, do I? Yeah, I don't have this spell on death. I still believe that the spell on death should be something that Necromancer starts with. I think the spell on death instead of it's a pretty good set of acid scales. I have to say that it's pretty fantastic. I might actually put it on because it's so good. I wonder how much that messes up my haunt. Yeah, it puts it at 11%. It's good, but it's +0. That's the only issue. If it was not +0, it would be glorious. But +0 is a deal breaker. I'm gonna hold on. I think there's a very high chance that we find something better than that, just because of the +0. Otherwise, that would have been it, because the resistances were fantastic on that thing. Obviously, fire resistance would have been pretty nice to have as well, but yeah, we're okay with not having it. At least for a bit. Eventually, in SOT I should have it, of course. The amount of resistances that I have right now is good for everywhere in the game except maybe for SOT. For SOT I would like to have at least 2 pips of fire resistance, but everything else is alright, so just like a plain ring of fire resistance would do the trick. But yeah, obviously I would like to do better than just a plain ring of fire resistance. Yeah. This shows is going very, very easily, very, very smoothly thanks to the fact that I have Haunt. Haunt is a fantastic spell, really a game changer of a spell. It's so strong. There I decided to walk away from the Merfolk to lure them into this safer position for me to fight them on. Yeah, not going terribly, but it's also not going fantastic. Okay, now it just and everything died. At the end of the day, that's what you want when you get into a fight with Kroll. Everything that's not you dying. That's what I like about Kroll. Like that the game allows you to kill things and doesn't punish you for killing things. It can be rough to play the game without being able to kill things. But fortunately, very few of my characters are like that. Yeah, the ones that are like that are characters that I straight up don't like. I think the one thing that I like the least about Kroll is having a character that has a very hard time killing things. Fortunately, this one is not that. Okay. I have been noticing that on most of these fights I lose like 100 HP. It's okay because I'm not really coming close to death, but it is kinda nerve-wracking to just have 200 HP and then all of a sudden go down to like 110. I mean, it's not that sudden. It is over the course of a fight, but still. But I guess that's why I'm playing an Ogre after all. Ogres have the ability to survive that kind of thing. Walking around with very bad defenses, very good HP. As long as you can kill things fast enough, you're okay. Yep. Haunt is especially nice. Like, Haunt is just a fantastic spell, right? But the greatest thing about Haunt is that even if the thing that you target with Haunt doesn't die, like if it somehow kills all the Haunt dudes, it gets a slowed. So like it's pretty much permanently slowed after you cast Haunt. It's really, really strong. By the way, this is not a good position. I probably shouldn't be in this one. Yeah, pretty bad fight to take. I am going to disengage by reading a Scroll of Teleport. Okay, that's fine. And yes, ooh, what's up with that? Huh. How did Ilsuyu die? I killed Ilsuyu, right? Huh. Do haunt dudes attack outside of the screen? They don't seem to. Huh. Okay, I think I know what happened. It's if it's like this, it's a super weird thing. So I had a bunch of dudes and Ilsuyu was invisible. So what I'm thinking happened was that the Javelineers were throwing javelins at the dudes that were surrounding Ilsuyu, and in the process they were hitting Ilsuyu. So I think the Javelineers of Ilsuyu's band ended up killing Ilsuyu by accident. I think that's what happened. Pretty funny interaction there. Certainly a very janky way to kill things with summons outside of your line of sight. Um, but I shall take it. Not gonna complain about it. Alright. Let's go down to shows 3. Yeah, of course you don't want to fight Ilsuyu in the middle of deep water. That's a pretty risky thing to do. Level 21. We're getting intelligence here. We're casting a level 7 spell, so intelligence sounds nice. Yeah, like, I am always astonished at the power of Haunt. You cast it and the things die in like 2 turns. It's crazy. And even if they don't die, like this snapping turtle that I didn't even cast it on, it just happened to be like a residual value from casting it in the first place. It got slowed, so I was able to just finish it off on my own. It's insane. It really is an insane spell. I'm glad that I was able to showcase it, and I'm probably going to be able to show it a lot more now that Necromancy is less bad. I guess it's theoretically good. Like, I've heard from people that it feels strong. I've heard from people who really like Necromancy back, or like a couple of versions ago, before it was nerfed, that it feels strong again. I don't know. Like, I really don't have any point of comparison because I never played with Necromancy, but if they are saying that it is good, I shall trust them. Um, Huh! Okay, that's crazy. That's the second game in a row. Literally the second game in a row. Before this character, I had a Healorg that found Arga in a shop on D1 and died before I could buy Arga. Uh, and now I have it here. I'm probably not. I'm probably gonna buy it, but I'm not gonna buy it to use it. I'm gonna buy it to keep it as a trophy. For now, I shall save mm, my Scrooge McDuck amount of money from being a Gozag worshipper to see what I can buy with it. Maybe there will be some important things for me to buy. Once again, Haunt doing the trick here. I don't think I've cast a spell that is not Haunt. Yeah, I don't think I've cast a spell that is not Haunt in this place. Oh, Haunt at 3%. Nice. Okay, I hope that you don't blink me in while I wait for my dudes to kill you. Because if you blink me in, we would... Oh, I have LRD. I should probably tree-form then. Yeah, I'm gonna tree-form. Let's see if a single cast of Haunt is enough to kill Roxanne. I am not 100% sure of that. It was really close. Yeah, you see that. Yeah, single cast of Haunt put Roxanne at almost destroys. Only for me to finish the job with a single cast of LRD. That's crazy value out of that one spell. It is insane. Another level, another level. Like, when in terms of quality of life, when it comes to using summons, it might actually be the best summon spell in the game. Um, Do Necrotize Animate Dead Simulacrum and all work with Gozag? Funny thing that you mentioned that because I was also wondering the same. But it turns out to be that they don't. The only one that does is Death Channel. The other ones don't. And also the other ones don't work with each other. Like if you have Necrotize and Animate Dead and Simulacrum, those ones also don't stack between each other. Same goes for Infestation. So you can get like one of those and Death Channel. Death Channel works with everything. If I was to get Death Channel with my current character, I would be able to use it. But I have found it, but I have not really been using it. I have Haunt. Like I have Haunt. That's all I can say. There's not much else to say. When you have Haunt, it just kills everything. Look at this poor Kraken. It's getting absolutely obliterated. Yeah, look at this Kraken. Okay. You feel a bit more experienced. That's gotta be it, right? Oh, it was a second Kraken. There was a second Kraken. Oh, double Kraken fight. Oh, cool. So I'm about to hit 16 summons. I'm also gonna train 16 spellcasting, just for the sake of symmetry. Taking a lot of damage here. Yeah, the second Kraken is actually being much nastier than the first Kraken was. I think the key really is to just cast Haunt and then walk away. Because my character is not really a tanky character. It only has a good amount of HP, and that's pretty much it. What do we do here? Hmm. Hmm. What do we do here? What do we do here? Hmm. I mean, the Kraken is probably dead, right? And I don't think it can reach me with its tentacles. The tentacles don't reach the full screen, fortunately. So I think I'm just gonna read the scroll teleport. Oh, I have Gozag. I should probably use Gozag for healing. Resistance, might, haste, heal wounds, curing, and magic. That is very expensive. That is very expensive. But can you put a price on health? Um, I guess not. Alright, I think that was it. Oh no, the Kraken survived. Yeah, the Kraken was almost dead and still survived. Unfortunate. Mm. Okay, I think I'm gonna fight here in this specific tile because yeah, because in case things went wrong, I could have just gone upstairs, but things didn't go wrong. Fantastic. We killed two Krakens in that one level. Krakens don't even give that much experience that I am aware of. Let's take a look at how much experience they give compared to other things. Mm, let's see. Let's compare them with an Hydra. I always compare things to Hydras. Krakens give 1500 experience. Hydras give 800 experience. So killing a Kraken is like killing two Hydras pretty much. Not as much value as I would think. Like, I would have thought that they would give way more than that. But I guess it's okay. So unfortunately, that's a pretty good spot for the monsters to stand on, where they are not getting hit by as many dudes as they could get hit by. Yeah, that guy is like lightly wounded. It's not even slow, because it has a ton of armor class, right? So it's hard for the dudes that I just summoned to be able to bypass that. Probably gonna wait until it comes outside, and then I'm gonna cast Haunt twice. You can cast it twice to hit the summon cap. It's like 8 or something absurd. You can sustain at most 8 creatures summoned by this spell. Yeah, pretty crazy strong spell. Mm. Okay, so right now I'm tanking these two. I'm not a fan of that, but I also don't want to walk towards them. I will tank until I am at like around 80 HP or so, and then I would go upstairs if I hadn't killed them all by then. Um, Alright, didn't feel comfortable walking towards the alligator snapping turtle, but the normal snapping turtle was okay because it was alone. Um, those guys hit really, really hard. But fortunately I have so much HP that even if they were to hit maximum damage rolls, it would take like 4 to kill them, or to kill me. More than 4 actually. They hit for like 50, the alligator snapping turtles, and I have 220 HP pretty much. Mm. I don't think this is the rune bolt. Yeah, I would be very surprised if this was to be the rune bolt. Okay, pretty good. Lost a ton of HP fighting these guys, actually. They hit really hard, but it is fine. After all, I guess the goal is to not tank. So yeah. Oh, you know what I also want to do? I want to do a character that has like a melee character that is summoning some things. So more like a hybrid summoner that ends with like Cactus Giant or Haunt, because I like those spells. I don't like Summon Hydra that much, and I guess it could also end with Malin Gateway. This is absolutely the Room Bolt. You know that where the Room Bolt is because it has a Frost Giant. Descending didn't used to have a Frost Giant before. It was just like a 20 million Merfolks. I think the inclusion of the Frost Giant made the Bolt overall less dangerous. What's up with that? Huh. I am at 3 mana. Maybe I should get more mana. Brilliance and mana. Alright, we shall do that. Lost 33 HP. Still at a very healthy 122. There's some characters that by this point in the game that would be their maximum HP. Those are characters that I'm not too much of a fan of because they also happen to not have a lot of armor class more often than not. I guess the one exception to that rule would be Gargoyle. Gargoyle does have a ton of armor class, but still, HP is really the most important defense in this game. No HP means that you die to 2 smites or 2 damnations later in the game. On the opposite hand, look at my character, and it's gargantuan HP. It can tank 3 maximum damage damnations because they deal 60. The ones that deal 3 dice of 20. It can tank 3 of those. Many characters wouldn't be able to tank 3 of those, much less so at this stage of the game. Probably doesn't matter a lot, but just talking about it. That's a lot of money. Let's see what this has. It has nothing for me. It has nothing for me. Alright. I guess I'm getting the money. I could also get the Staff of Death for enhancement on Haunt. The resistance to negative that comes from the Staff of Death could also be nice. I am going to get the gold. And there it is. You now have 2 runes. And another Kraken. Alright. Nothing that we cannot deal with. I would prefer to not be immediately cornered by the Kraken, of course. It's not gonna survive that many raids. Yeah, it's getting killed really, really fast. You kill the Kraken. There we go, easy peasy. Krakens are a very interesting enemy type because the tentacles may not die, but the Kraken can die, and vice versa. Like, you can destroy a tentacle, but you can also not kill the Kraken. I don't know exactly how it works, if it's like the entirety of the damage that you deal to the tentacles gets transferred to the Kraken, or if it's only a part of the damage. Interesting. I would like to know exactly how it works. Yeah, there we go. Haunt is fantastic. Monster Hunt is... I would say that Monster Hunt is somewhat scary, but not nearly as scary as Player Hunt is for the monsters. Most monsters cannot survive many turns of just being hit by 4 or 5 raids at the same time. For a player, it's more dangerous because of the slow than because of the potential damage output. Though I guess Phantasmal Warriors do hit pretty hard. They have 39 base damage plus weapon. Um, Plus weapon? Maybe no weapon. You were going to randomly guess you would bet Kraken Tentacles work like spectral weapons. You think that it only transfers a part of the damage? No idea. I really would like to know for sure. To know if it's like a better idea to hit the Kraken or to hit the Kraken Tentacles. But it does make a lot of sense that they would work like spectral weapons. To, you know, kind of reuse code. Not have to get any fancier writing new code. Anyway, that is the rune. You wouldn't be surprised if tentacle damage does less damage to the Kraken than hitting the Kraken's head, yeah. I see, it does kind of make sense. Okay, So I have 2 runes. I need to get a third one from somewhere so I can win the game. My options are Bolts 5 and Slime. I guess I could do the Abyss. Let's go do Depths. See what Depths has. Maybe I can do the Abyss. Gozag lets me heal and regen in the Abyss. It's not that bad. You could easily see that kind of code being reused. That's probably exactly how it works. But I would need to ask a dev to know for sure. They share an HP pool with the caster itself. Yeah. I never really stopped to think about it, but I have noticed that whenever like I cast Haunt directly on top of the tentacles, it or like if I cast Haunt on the tentacles, it seems to deal less damage than if I was to cast it on the Kraken head itself. Um, so anyway, depth time. Cast Haunt twice on this Vampire Mage or Knight. 2% chance to paralyze. That's a very important thing to be aware of. You don't want to get paralyzed by those guys. Oh wow, I'm taking a lot of damage here. Yeah, okay. That was a moment of distraction due to my stomach ache. Might have to take a very quick break to do something about it. Oh, ouch. Stop that. Stop that. I'm gonna hit you. Because I have resistance, and so I don't think you would kill me. Alright, let's get heal wounds. Ooh, okay, no. The heal wounds and curing is exactly what I want. It's only 160. Yeah, that's fine. I can survive a rock now. Wiki might be right? I don't know. The wiki is seldom right. We don't trust too much anything that the wiki says. The only way to know for real is to actually read the code or ask someone who can read the code to interpret it for you. But anyway, as I mentioned, I need to take a break for a second.
My wife still doesn't believe in me.
Inon, thank you so much for the gifts up to Dr. Pirate, right as I am about to take a very momentarily break. The wiki is pretty frequently right? Amazing. Okay, I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Please don't go anywhere. All right. Thank you for the patience. Oof. Mhm. Certain types of things. So the details of the game kind of things are the thing that's usually right about the wiki. But yeah, the advice in the wiki is the very sketchy thing or the very questionable thing. And I guess the game in this game it's more important to like advice is more important for it to be good than data on the game itself because most of the data that actually matters you can look up while you're playing the game. But anyway, let's continue. Yeah. So what happened was that I got a new brand of milk that is supposedly also lactose-free milk because I cannot drink milk with lactose, and it was supposedly lactose-free, but like I've been having issues with that. I don't think it was actually lactose-free or something. Definitely, this tastes like lactose-free milk with like lactase. In case you don't know, the what is it called? The chemical process, like lactase is added to milk, and that turns the lactose into lactase or something like that, which is not lactose and therefore lactose free. Hmm. Yeah, I'm like a koala with all my food quirks. Um, Definitely, you're correct. So anyway, I had a new brand of milk, or well, it's not really a new brand of milk. It's a brand that I've had before, but yeah, it probably has changed a lot in the time that I have not consumed it, because it was pretty bad. So I've been suffering from that for the entirety of the day. Um, yeah, pretty rough. I don't think I'm buying that brand again. Hmm. Anyway, that fight against the Iron Dragon went fine. I should have respected it way more than I did, because Iron Dragons can hit really, really hard if you don't have good armor class, which I most definitely don't. Um, oh yeah, don't worry about it, dude. I have a friend whose brother teases me by saying that I only eat like circular stuff. Uh, yeah, it's pretty funny, just like mocking the fact that I have all those food quirks. So yeah, I'm okay with that. I know that it's strange for a lot of people because they just eat everything, but I can't eat everything. I don't know if well, it's probably like a psychological thing with cheese and stuff, but with other things it actually gives me some trouble, such as like lactose things, bodies. That's the second time that we see bodies with this character, right? I mean, I would like to fight bodies, but I would like to fight in this arena. I think all the raids seem invisible, so it's gonna be really easy for them to kill bodies. They just let bodies go through. Yeah, bodies is right here in this one tile. I hope that I don't get hit by an orb of destruction. There we go. The bodies took a bit to die, but definitely did end up dying from the obscene power of Haunt. It really is in another level, that spell. It's something else. Hmm. Okay. I am kind of low on mana, but I'm not low on enemies, so I should probably play it safe. Haunt is just crazy because the first guy inflicts slow and the raids inflict vulnerability. Every dude actually slows. The only ones that don't slow are the Phantasmal Warriors. The Phantasmal Warriors deal vulnerability, but yeah, it's a really strong spell because of that. As I've been mentioning, even if the monster somehow happens to kill everything, when you cast Haunt, it is still gonna be slow, and it's just gonna die. But yeah, like the raids is slow, can hit to drain speed. The freezing ones also hit to drain speed but deal more damage because they're freezing. And the shadow raids also deal more damage while also draining speed. The Phantasmal Warriors deal 39 damage to reduce willpower. Um, didn't they used to be able to wield weapons? Because I think I remember Phantasmal Warriors having weapons, but maybe I am wrong about that one. I don't know for sure. Anyway, this Necromancer kind of just turned into Cast Haunt, the character. I'm very glad that Haunt is still such a crazy strong item, or a crazy strong thing to do for any character. The damage they do is massive. Yeah, you don't. They only have issues with high armor class monsters, such as Iron Dragons, for example. But everything, well, there's very few monsters in this game that have such high armor class. Ouch. I am deadly poisoned. Let's not die. Lethally poisoned. Yeah. It's so insanely strong. I find it incredible. For a large part of the game, I was quivering Stone Arrow, but now that I'm quivering Haunt, it is really on another level. Now I don't know what I should get next after this, because I don't need to get Iron Shot. I really don't need to get Iron Shot. Haunt is doing the trick. Iron Shot Zombie Hands feels like overkill, so maybe I should train some armor, dodging, fighting. Fighting should go all the way up to 26 or so. It's very cheap to train for, and yeah, I think it's worth it to go for it. Especially as an Ogre with their gargantuan HP aptitude. The level of fighting that I have is just a bit more than what I got from that potion of experience in the early game. I don't know if you remember, but I found a potion of experience and I went from 0 fighting to 13 fighting, and that put me from like 80 something HP to 120 of that single potion of experience. So it was between the level up and all I'm putting all that experience on fighting. Yeah, that had such a fantastic combination. Um, or that was a fantastic combination. That's what I meant. All right. Are you fast or what's up with that? Because I feel like it's attacking me when I walk away, and I was not giving it free attacks. I was just walking straight away from that guy. No idea what happened there. Maybe I was the one being slowed and I didn't really notice. Monsters with abjuration are slightly annoying to deal with. Okay, and that's 16 spellcasting. So as I mentioned, yeah, let's get like 21 or so. It's gonna be fast and it's gonna be a pretty good thing for me to do. Okay. There's a tattered robe. Let's step on it to identify it. It's really bad. Did you see that now artifact armor can no longer generate with ridiculous minus? So no more -5 globes and stuff. Ooh, wow, I hate that. Um, I hate going down and then getting shafted. Like going down the stairs and getting shafted is always very unpleasant. How many charges of digging do I have? Only 5. I am probably gonna be fine. Probably gonna be fine. I wonder how much of a chance it has to petrify me. 12! That's actually a lot. Ouch. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Maybe I should have dug in. That was my first instinct. Okay, so I use my charge of digging and then I just teleport. I'm glad that I did decide to teleport immediately. If I had fought that, I would have lost really, really hard, judging by how that very beginning went. Mm. So I have cold resistance. These guys are still really scary, despite the fact that I have cold resistance, because that's just their nature. The white very ugly things deal very ridiculous amounts of damage, even if you have cold resistance. Right there, that is what I would call very ridiculous amounts of damage. It's not slowed or constricted or anything, so I might have to read fear. Read fear sounds good. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna walk away from you. Okay, God immediately snapped away of the fear. Are you slow? You're not slow. You should dive to the raids, and there we go. That went fine. Oh, large amounts of damage from that large rock, unfortunately. It is at the edge of the screen, so I can just walk away and be fine, I think. There we go. That's exactly what I needed. I turned what I didn't see it, so I could just drink some or use some potion petition for heal wounds. Um, Kind of expensive, but I'll do it. Now I'm fine. I think I can beat that guy now. I would be very surprised if I was unable to beat it at full HP. Or at this amount of HP, because I'm not at full HP. Ouch. Something that I will never understand is why Spark Wasps can deal so much damage through resistance to electricity. I guess I don't have armor class, but still. 33 damage seems like a lot to me. At least I don't have to fear getting killed by this one Spark Wasp. I could theoretically walk away, but I think it's just gonna Blink Bolt at me. I don't know if it can Blink Bolt and also hit me to kill me. Huh. Annoying. But Depths has been pretty rough compared to other parts of the game. Hey, look at that, I found the upstairs. Um, okay, what if I use a potion at 3? That melts everything, including my resistance to electricity, so I'm gonna have to use a potion of resistance as well to not die. But now I have actual armor class. Look at that, 38 armor class in 3 form. It's insane, right? And then the raids just kill the stone giant, of course they do. Very nasty, very nasty. We're starting to see how bad it can be to have very bad amounts of armor class. For previous parts of the game, it was not that much of an issue because we were just able to kill things from far away. But here it's been quite rough. Especially with the amount of spark wasps that we have seen. Those enemies specifically are pretty bad for what I'm trying to do. They just free themselves super easily from the zombie hands. So zombie hands doesn't work against them reliably. Because of the blink bolts. Okay. Lots of sphinxes. I have resistance. Yeah, lots of willpower, so the sphinxes are not that much of an issue. Can tap down this one sphinx. Just gonna sit here on this corridor. Low mana. We should be fine. Jumping spider. Was that a caustic strike? Because that's obviously a shapeshifter. Maybe it's a shapeshifter that got some pretty bad rolls in a row, and it went from being a caustic strike to being that. Because I don't think the caustic... I didn't kill the caustic strike, so it was probably a shapeshifter, as I mentioned. Alright. There we go. Ring of Positive Energy can be left on the floor, but this fully enchants my Vampiric Tank that I acquired relatively early in the game. Another shapeshifter. It was a swamp dragon, which was kind of scary, but it turned into something else that wasn't nearly as scary. Though I only consider swamp dragons to be scary because I am still in the mentality of I don't have poison resistance. But now I do because I have the Hat of the Alchemist. The Hat of the Alchemist is such a busted item. It is really really strong. I like it a lot. Okay, that was really, really fast. Turns out that when you cast Haunt, oh, I didn't want to cast Alert either, my bad. When you cast Haunt and you follow it up with Zombie Hands or the other way around, things just die really, really quickly. It's a lot of damage and they cannot move and they have a hard time dodging. Yeah, pretty good. So now you can simulacra on demons. Did you see that? Um, I think going Necromancy for Extended might be a bit more viable now. You can Zombie Hands demons and you can Simulacra demons. You can use Haunt against demons, just as I just showed. Just as I showed now. Not bad, not bad at all. What do we have here? No armor class, but it has some pretty scary spells that I don't know if I want to have anything to do with. But even less to do with I don't want to have anything to do with this Gothic Strike either. That's what I meant. Wow, the Iron Shot misses the Caustic Strike. I guess I have very low spell power because that was Zombie Hands affected Caustic Strike and I still missed with Iron Shot. It is understandable that I missed because my success rate is very low, but still. Well, it's not very low. Like my my spell schools to cast Iron Shot are pretty low. 10 Earth Magic, 7 Conjurations. I should really pump that up if I want to cast Iron Shot, but as I mentioned earlier, I'm not so sure that I want to do that. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. This Depths 2 has been an interesting level. It's had some nasty monsters, but now I think I'm fine. Okay, I was just wondering what's up with Kiku, but I don't think I ever found Kiku. Like, I searched for Kiku, and the game gives me nothing. So yeah, I just straight up didn't find Kiku this playthrough. Which is funny because, like, normally I wouldn't even notice that I didn't find Kiku. But on the one character that I do want to go Kiku, I don't find Kiku. Why is this Tengu River not slow? The Hon dudes are kind of slacking off at work, I can see. The Fire Giant was slow, however, and does get killed pretty fast. But I wanted to slow the Tengu River because the Tengu River is significantly more dangerous. Look at that, another Caustic Strike. I am going to use Zombie Hands to hit the Caustic Strike because that's the most important thing to hit. Even if it doesn't last for much long, I can... Or even if it doesn't last very long, I can still just use that time to reposition. Okay, lots of Sphinxes I've noticed. Were they added to depths recently or something? Because I don't think I have ever seen that many Sphinxes in depths. Or maybe I just got 2 bolts in a row that just place Sphinxes or something. No idea what's going on when it comes to that. And there we go. Spark Wasps still really dangerous. I had one instance as a troll with resistance to electricity with like 180 HP or so in Snake, where I got literally killed from full HP by a single Spark Wasp. Well, it was not really like that. I was left at like 10 HP by a single Spark Wasp. and then another one came in, and I just died. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Those guys are really scary if you don't have resistance to electricity, but also really scary if you don't have armor class. Hello, Kilroy. How are you doing today? I am doing fine, apart from my stomach ache. Um, this character feels pretty strong. Yeah, it's doing okay. This character would like to not die to the current situation, of course. So let's use Gozag healing. That's a lot of damage. Lots of damage that we're taking. This would be much easier if I had blinking. Unfortunately, I already ran out of scrolls of blinking. Been making a lot of unfortunate mistakes in this playthrough. I'll use Gozag ability again to heal. So yeah, this corridor is actually a pretty bad spot for me to be in. These guys do not do a very good job killing things in this corridor, so I cannot really cast Haunt against the Frost Giant. It would be a single raid instead of the 5 or so raids that I would like to hit it with. Yeah, this is not going well at all. Heal Wounds and Circ. That's gonna get me killed if I do that, so I'm not gonna do that. But it's the only one that heals me. I think I have to do it. So yeah, while circling I cannot drink potions or use invocations or cast spells, but at least I am very competent at melee. It's not like I am a trash melee character. Unfortunately, that Berserk didn't last for as long as it should have. So now we're in a pretty tough spot. I'm gonna use summoning here. Okay. Yeah, this deep troll band that we got is pretty nice. It's more than enough to kill everything. Look at that, so many allies. There we go. That just gets rid of the Frost Giant. But yeah, that was a pretty close call. I got trapped in a very unfavorable position. A very long fight. But I did manage to survive, fortunately enough. So how have you been doing, Kilroy? Have you continued to play Crawl? If so, how has it been? Do you like it? The Juggernaut is not something that I would like to be in the receiving end of. Those guys hurt. So hopefully it will hit something that is not me. By that I mean hit one of these raids. Your raid hits the Juggernaut. Okay, that's not what I want to see. I want to see that your Juggernaut hits the raid. I don't know. I don't want to get close to it. They hit really, really hard. They hit for up to 120 in a single turn. And they have a cooldown after they attack. They take a while to hit again. But yeah, pretty nasty. Also, this depth tree seems deadly. Yeah, those guys are super bad. Oh wow, it has scroll summoning. Okay, I guess not only I can use a scroll of summoning. Fortunately, what I can do is leave the level and not have to deal with that scroll summoning. And probably should leave the level, you know? Maybe I shouldn't do it at all. Been pretty rough so far. I got shafted into this level, and ever since then it's not gone well. Oh, this is the guy with the distortion broad axe. Yeah, I remember this guy. Fortunately, it didn't get banished by this guy. Lots of spam because Axe of Distortion is just gonna hit all my dudes. Very, very annoying. Okay, there we go. Haunt is priceless. It's such a strong spell. I wish I had more money, but what happens is that I went through a significant part of the game without worshipping Gozag. Like, I only went for Gozag after I was pretty much done with Lair and Early Dungeon as well, so that's why I have very low reserves of money. Fortunately, the Iron Troll is not faster than I am, so I can actually run away from it. Gain some ground just by walking away and then using using zombie hands to finish the job. Mm. Really, really strong. Um, I guess in a sense I'm trying other spells that I don't normally play with when it comes to necromancy, but these are spells that are pretty much unchanged from their previous iteration or before the necromancy rework. The ones that got changed are like simulacrum and other ones, not zombie hands and haunt. Oh, basket of spiders falls from above. That seems to be a very frequent thing nowadays. I've noticed. Last successful game that I had, I also had some of those. So I don't know what's up with that. Let me uh, go upstairs and rest all my mana before I fight that hellish thing known as a spark wasp. Yeah, so many spark wasps. Okay, that just straight up killed the leech immediately. Insane. That's the second juggernaut. The juggernaut hits your wraith. Perfect. That's what I wanted to see. Gonna go for the Kirari. Kirari is fantastic for dealing with juggernauts. They have to go on cooldown after casting, so it takes forever for them to attack again. If you also slow them on top of that, I'm just gonna sit here and wait for my wraiths to do their thing, which they proceed to do without a lot of complications. Yeah. Okay, that's 21 fighting. Now, I guess I'm gonna train a bit of armor and a bit of dodging. By a bit, I mean like 10 armor, maybe 11 armor. And for dodging, I'm gonna train like 12. Yep. Not that much of a fan of dodging. I don't even have that much dexterity. It's only 9, so I'm not gonna get a lot of out of training dodging. Ogres also get less dodging compared to other species because they're larger because they're ogres. So you can never be too evasive when you're an ogre. The best thing that you can aspire to doing is getting like gold scales or something and be like super tanky. Um, Having a lot of armor class to go with your massive HP goes a long way. Really, really good. Mm. Yeah, the poor juggernauts really don't have anything to do against what I'm doing to them. They cannot do anything because they can do one attack that just kills one monster, and then I summon like a replacement immediately, so they never really get to me, being slow or not slow. Mm, Pretty nice. Okay, got hit for 41 by the Iron Dragon because that's what Iron Dragons do. Okay, not bad, not bad. I should probably check how much of a chance instant leeches have to hex me. 10. 10% is not the greatest, I have to say. Maybe I'll have to put on a willpower item by the time I have to go to SOT. Or Quicksilver Scales could also be okay. Quicksilver Scales would equally result in a significant increase in my armor class. Survivability without hitting me very hard in the success rate department. They also cannot be enchanted, so I don't have to worry about not having a lot of enchantment. I'm getting petrified with a 10% chance to get petrified, so at least it's petrified, not something deadlier like banishment or paralysis. Well, I guess paralysis or banishment is not that deadly, but still very annoying. I'm gonna drink one of my 2 potions of cancellation to avoid getting petrified. Potions of cancellation are very rare and very strong because of that. They can be used just like that. You can remove slow. You can remove many things. This is not good. Oh, I have 10 of Tremor Stones. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. Okay. I still have to get my third rune from somewhere. I don't know if Haunt is that good at dealing with the Royal Jelly. Uh, because it may kill the Royal Jelly, but the thing is that Haunt is not gonna be good against all the things that the Royal Jelly summons. For that, I would need something along the lines of a better spell. A spell that hits the entirety of the screen. Something along the lines of Refrigeration would definitely do the job. Something that I, by the way, do not have. I could have gotten it, but I decided to not get it because I directly said I always say how good Haunt is, and I never use Haunt, so I have to use Haunt this once just to show it. And yeah, I think so far I've been showing quite well how wonderful Haunt is. Would really, really recommend it. Pretty much any build, it's really a hard carry spell. Maybe Bolts 5 is gonna be easier. Um, yeah, because the nature of the Royal Jelly fight might be difficult to do with this character. Did you drink a potion of haste, or why are you hasted? Huh. What's up with that guy? I'm gonna throw Kirari at that far giant. You cannot be fast. Yeah. Back in the day, monsters that were fast and slow just got the status effects removed. Both fast and slow were just removed way back in the day. I don't know when that was changed, but nowadays monsters can have both the fast and the slow status effect, which does exactly the same thing that it does for the players. Well, I hit an alarm trap, but I'm pretty sure I'm already done with this level. With the ridiculous amounts of things that I've already killed. I would be surprised if there were more to come after me. Um, so if I remember correctly, LRD deals more damage if you use metal for LRD. And I have metal right there, so sure. Better than the door. Okay. Bring it on, Mr. Titan. Zombie hands. Oh, wow, it's just breaking away from the zombie hands immediately. Sometimes it is like that. I can Kirari as well. Something that I don't like about this is that I get prompted. Yeah, like really fire in your raid's direction. Of course, fire in my raid's direction. It's a raid. Even if it does get hit by the dart of Kirari, it's not like it's gonna get slowed or anything or poisoned. It's a raid. You really shouldn't get prompted by that. But it's fine. 260 HP, experience level 23. The perks of being an ogre, you get ridiculous amounts of HP. Okay, not bad. That's a polar vortex. Huh. What is generating that? Can I see what's generating that? Oh yeah, it is this diamond obelisk. A towering obelisk surrounded by a powerful storm. Maximum HP around 9,600. It looks harmless. Yeah, it's. I think it's impossible to kill these. When Absolute Zero was a thing in the game, you could kill these with Absolute Zero, but with MCC you cannot kill them. And obviously you cannot kill them with any other thing because that's a lot of HP. Um, so anyway, Depths 4. I might not do Depths 4. By the way, these guys only have 60 HP. They are very questionable Depths spawn. They are a bit too weak for Depths. Depths has monsters like this Fire Giant that seem a bit more reasonable for Depths. And yeah, the Fire Giant dealt half my HP. Kind of worrisome. One of a kind books. No. 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 Okay. Nothing there. was relevant to my character, unfortunately. But it's very late into the game. Like it's gonna be strange that you get to depths 4 and you're like, oh yeah, look at that bookshop. It's exactly what I needed. I'm gonna get a spell that will completely change my character in that bookshop. No, that kind of thing doesn't happen. I'm gonna get these 3 scrolls of summoning. Very, very expensive scrolls of summoning, but very, very valuable scrolls of summoning as well. I could get enchant weapon and enchant armor. I have 6 enchant armor, but I don't have any armor that I would like to enchant other than the acid scales I found earlier. I should drop this Guardian Spirit and the Ring of Dexterity. And that ring is really good. Oh, I guess you don't see it. Yeah, that ring on capital Y is pretty good, but it is like pretty much rendered irrelevant by me having the Hat of the Alchemist, which is not necessarily a bad thing, I have to say. The Hat of the Alchemist is a pretty good item, precisely because it frees up all my other inventory slots to wear whatever gives me the best combination of desirable stats, which sometimes is like more armor class, more intelligence, more stats, slaying, that kind of thing. Um, so yeah, it really is a crazy item. It kind of turns you into an octopod with the amount of crazy resistances that it gives. Mm. Okay, that's fine because I have poison resistance. Really not an issue. But yeah, I'm starting to think that maybe I shouldn't be here. Maybe I should go get my 3rd rune and then come back. Did I do elf? I guess I could do elf. Just see what loot elf has for me today. Could definitely be helpful because I'm still in the search for some good body armor. I would tell you, oh yeah, I can just kill a Quicksilver Dragon, get scales, but not with Gozag, unfortunately. Gozag will turn all corpses into money, and money prevents, or the corpses being turned into money prevents scales from dropping. I could theoretically ask for enough shops that I eventually get something good, like some dragon scales, but they would be too expensive, and it is definitely not worth it. As it is right now, my objective is to amass around 6,000 gold, which I am very close to, but I'm probably gonna go down below 6,000 just to be able to bribe. But I also like, potion petitions and stuff. Asking for shops can sometimes be the right move, but not this time. For this character, it is most definitely not the right move to ask for shops. Okay. Haunt is still astonishingly strong. Nothing has changed here. Okay. So far, so good. Yeah. That's a lot of ugly things. 6 very ugly things. Yeah, which I cannot run away from because they're faster than I am. So fun fact about very ugly things. They're faster than you are. They also hit really hard, but only the white ones. The other ones don't hit very hard, or don't hit as hard as the white ones do. Can kick for 27 to deal up to 54 extra cold damage. Even if you have cold resistance, you have a bad time dealing with these. Yeah, we're starting to see like the kind of fight that I don't want to take, which is just a ton of dudes at the same time. Okay, I hope that Sod doesn't have many of that kind of fight, because it really is the fight that I do the worst at. If it's a single monster, I just need to cast Haunt and Zombie Hands, and the monster is pretty much dead. But against a lot of monsters, because of the nature of Haunt, yeah, it's not good. Haunt is a single target spell. It's really weird because it's a single target summon. That kind of thing is unique pretty much to Haunt. Just because the summons, the Haunt dudes disappear like 2 or 3 turns after you kill whatever you targeted. So in this case, I targeted the Etin, and the ones that were summoned by me targeting the Etin die, like, or don't die, they go away almost immediately. And the ones that I summoned against the Iron Dragon last for a bit longer, but still. Hmm. Okay, I think hits for 54. It has a great mace of protection. Hmm. Delightful attacks of opportunity. They definitely are nasty when you get to depth 4 with 10 armor class. The attacks of opportunity. They're super noticeable. I think I was fighting 2 troll bands. Unfortunately, I cannot kill two troll bands. I think that monsters that are grasped shouldn't get attacks of opportunity on you. Now I'm in a pretty bad spot. Can I fear these guys? I can. Alright, that's nice. I shall fear them. More ugly things. Yeah, this character is lacking one spell for these kinds of situations. Zombie Hands is kind of that, but it also kind of is not. Like it can work for dealing with large bands of monsters, but it's kind of unreliable. Um, I would prefer to have something along the lines of refrigeration for these, but refrigeration doesn't play well with Haunt. It doesn't play well with any allies or summons. Mm. I think I should just go do Elf, as I mentioned earlier. At this point, Elf is gonna be a walk in the park with the power level that my character currently has. Mm. Should drop rocks and never pick them up again. I have a setting in my RC file that auto picks up rocks if I am an ogre or a troll, but I'm not using those in this occasion. Using magic. Okay, so as I mentioned, I haven't done elf, but it's not gonna be difficult. I know that it's not gonna be difficult. These guys barely pose a threat to my character as it is right now. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, unlike the bands that I was encountering in depths, these guys have like no HP. So a single cast of Haunt actually does very well. Like I cast Haunt and they kill their main target, and then the few turns that they have left after they kill their main target are enough to kill a couple of elves after. So it's working pretty well. Yeah, not an issue at all. Zero issues dealing with those guys. Delightful. I feel like it's taking me a bit longer to go through the game with the character as I have it right now, compared to one of my standard characters. But it might also be the fact that I'm not really used to using Haunt, despite how much I like it. And that's making me play more slowly. In reality, I think the issue is the fact that my character is so fragile when it comes to defenses. 10, 13, 0 defenses are not very good. I don't even have a shield. So yeah. By the way, I've heard that tower shields were buffed for large species, but I haven't gotten to to try it. You know, I've not gone shield on a large species in a while. I should maybe play another Formicid just to give it a try. I played a Formicid recently, but I also don't really ever spam Formicids, so it should be fine to just play another one. Easy Elf one. 6 dancing weapons. Fortunately, they're not the scary kind of dancing weapon, so I can just sit here. It was not as deep of a corridor as I would have liked to see, but this still works to make sure that I only get hit by one of these dancing weapons at a time. And there we go. Fortunately, there were no like there were no executioner saxes or like sometimes in the entrance to the hollow blades you can find launchers like arbalests and stuff. That would have been a pretty nasty sight to see. So we got kind of lucky in that regard. Yeah, I don't know what this is. It must be like a Deep Elf Knight, but it actually is kind of beating me. Cannot wait until I actually have better armor class. Once I find some body armor that I would be able to put on, it's gonna go much higher. I have the acid scales on the floor, but once again, I would like to get something else that's not acid scales. I could fully enchant them, so that's not an issue either, but yeah, not sure about those acid scales. However, if it becomes obvious that that's the best thing that I'm gonna get, I'll not hesitate to use them. I really was holding on as long as I could to be able to, wear something else, but yeah, no idea how it's gonna be. Maybe Elf will have something for me, but if Elf doesn't have anything for me, I'm probably gonna enchant them. And I don't think I'm gonna need high amounts of armor class to be able to do Elf. Yep, first 2 levels down without a lot of complications. With the large amount of magic mapping that I have, I think there's a very good chance that I do not do SOT in its entirety. I think there's a pretty good chance of me just diving SOT. Depending on my armor class, like if I can fix the armor class situation, I might do the Abyss as my 3rd rune. Abyss as 3rd rune is compelling nowadays because you get 2 potions of experience out of doing it, with potentially less danger associated to doing that compared to doing something else like Bolt 5. And then Slime 5 is the one that offers the least amount of experience. But it also can be the easiest one for some characters. Ooh, I got teleport trapped into the vault. Let's try to not die. Unfortunately, I cannot drink 3, because if I drink 3, I lose my teleport. So yeah, this could be pretty nasty. I'm gonna use Fogu. Okay, that was pretty lucky. Hitting teleport traps in this level is a pretty nasty thing. That's a pretty good reason to do the opposite of what I do, actually. Instead of exploring and killing everything, so you maximize the chances of surviving when you read teleport, you could also just directly go into the vault and kill the bolt to minimize the possibility of hitting a teleport trap that places you in the bolt. It all depends on how you or on what you want to do. Both of them are perfectly fine and viable. Both of them have like reasonable explanations for why you want to do or why you would want to do those things. So yeah, it all depends on what you want to do. Both of them are fine. Another Ghost Bolt with only 3 items. This one doesn't have a dancing chaos weapon like the other ones that I had seen. Okay, let us continue. Let me remove the exclusions and let's just go in. For this Demonologist, it just dies easily. I cast Haunt and Zombie Hands and it just dies. Same. Haunt zombie hands and it just dies. Elementalist, same. Haunt, or zombie hands haunt actually. It's not haunt zombie hands. High priest, same thing. And yeah, as long as they come one by one, we can kill them very easily and very fast. It's quite nice. So I need you to give me 1 second again. I need to take a very quick break. I'll come back in no time, in like 5 minutes or so. Please be patient and thank you for the support. Alright, thank you for your patience. I think I'm ready to continue. Hopefully. Let's see how that goes. Alright. Let's take a sip of water first. Alright, pretty good. Let me rest my mana. We can continue killing elves after I rest my mana. Must have hit the caps lock at some point because the caps lock was enabled and I was like trying to do things that I didn't want to do. Funnily enough. Okay, not bad. There's some situations where I think having Iron Shot would be very convenient for my character, but it's not a necessity. That's very scary. Let's use File of Lots to make it less scary. 3 Annihilators. It's a lot of Annihilators. Did I miscast? Huh, okay. So, ever since I got 2 miscasts in a row at the very start of stream, I have not miscast a Haunt. Which I am grateful for that. Yeah, I'm grateful for that. But it finally happened again. Fortunately, it was not in a crucial situation. Yep. Being in control is a very nice thing in this game. Whenever you're in situations where you lost control, that's when the possibility of dying like is exacerbated. Okay, pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Running low on mana, however. Not a big fan of that. Also not a big fan of the Blade Master. Hopefully the Blade Master will die. Or maybe it won't die because the Demonologist just decides to go crazy with the abjurations. That's not good. I do have Condenser Bane, so I have all these experienceable Kobolds. I even trained Evocations to 9 for a reason. Precisely for dealing with this kind of situation. Yeah, that Demonologist is like super dead. Because it is extremely poisoned. I don't like the large amount of Annihilators that I have on the screen right now. I think I'm gonna use Brilliance, Curing, and Magic. That's pretty good. It's kind of expensive, but I'll do that. Yeah, now I'm ready to fight again. Gozag is a pretty good god. Lets you do so many busted things. Such as continuing to fight in a situation where you probably shouldn't be able to continue fighting, that is. Alright, not bad, not bad. Okay, pretty good. I wonder if there's gonna be more monsters. This arena is a fantastic arena. Look what I've done to myself. Think you can do worse. Zenata has that flavor text because Zenata, her flesh melding into steel so smoothly that it's hard to tell where one ends and the other begins. That sounds pretty bad. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Jax from Mortal Kombat. Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't do that to myself. Not very into the idea of cybernetic enhancements because I am more of the outlook that it's if it ever exists, it's gonna be something like your Google prosthesis that can turn itself off if you forget to pay for it, which is something that if it ever happens, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like that. That's what I'm trying to say here. These ones are pretty bad, yeah. Getting destroyed by the dancing weapons. There's 4 of them. They're hasted. They're hitting me really hard. Cannot fear them. Pretty bad indeed. I don't think I can get to this point. Getting to this spot is good. Getting to this spot is great. If I can get to this particular tile, I can survive easily. But I don't have blinking or anything. Um, yeah, I just took 73 damage in a single turn, so yeah, pretty rough. If I had blinking, this would be much easier. Oh, I have one. Okay, I'll use it. I'll use it. I think it's worth it to use it right now. Now I can actually run away for my life. Sonata's dancing weapons are pretty nasty. Look at that. I've been trying to zombie hands them and they just catch up to me like nothing. It's insane. They're pretty busted. They're hasted too. Why are they hasted? Do you have something that hastes your dancing weapons? Um, huh. Doesn't say anything about hasting the dancing weapons, but yeah, that's a bit too much. It's about to get me killed. I don't think I can survive these. No, I don't think I can survive these. Maybe tree form, so I can have some defenses. Maybe tree form will do the trick because they're not mighty; they're only hasted. So tree form could do well at buying me like enough turns to not die. And yeah, there we go. That's some pretty good survivability that tree form just got me. Fortunately, I've been carrying them. Now let's use potion petition. Haste and heal wounds sounds nice. So yeah, and I used the scroll of linking and everything. I thought that I was gonna be able to escape, but it was very clearly not the case. Pretty rough. Senata can be pretty scary sometimes. She's scary if she uses this spell. If she doesn't use this spell, she's fine. Okay, I wonder if she's gonna chase after me. Also, I was thinking of getting stealth, just a bit of stealth. Maybe it would be nice for the abyss. But yeah, dancing weapons are one of the things that my character struggles the most with. And Senata just summons like a million of them. So that's two things that I struggle a lot with. Lots of monsters and dancing weapons. And Senata does the two of those at the same time. It's awful. I wonder what this invisible dude is. No idea what it is. It's just invisible and apparently I cannot grab it. Yeah, something hits you. Is it like an invisible blade master or something dumb like that? What could it be? What could it be? I don't think I saw a blade master becoming invisible, but it's the only thing that I can think of. Blade master being invisible. Maybe it is a knight. Maybe it is a knight that went invisible outside of the screen because it saw the raids and instead of attacking them, it went invisible. Pretty nasty. I'm gonna use tree form. Ouch. So that killed whatever was trying to kill me. The damnation. The damnation engulfs something. Lance of Force. So I think it was a knight. Deep Elf knights have force lance, and they have imbies. Okay, now I'm gonna use heal wounds. Pretty sketchy situation. Pretty bad heal wounds as well. 13 HP of a heal wounds. That's like the lowest roll that it can possibly get. It's quite nasty. Okay. Maybe I should have used Ambrosia before trying to heal like that. A bit too late for that now. I thought that Elf was gonna be easy, but it really hasn't been the case. But the situations in Elf where I have serious issues are the ones where like I just fight multiples at the same time. My build is really like a single target build. I need a spell that hits multiple dudes if I wanted to, go deeper into the game. But I don't think I care. Hmm. Okay, Senata is actually surviving quite well. She broke free of the zombie hand, so it's only a matter of applying it again. Waiting very patiently to try to not die to Senata. Senata dies, perfect. Um, Sweet. Pretty rough, I have to say. That didn't go well. The one invisible Deep Elf Knight that was somehow breaking free of the zombie hands every time was pretty rough. That felt very unlucky, but maybe there's something weird with zombie hands and invisible monsters that I don't know about, and that's why it was breaking free so consistently. Because I tried it like 3 times, and every time I walked away and it just hit me. Anyway, hopefully that's it. Senata in the Bolt was also an unpleasant surprise, I have to say. Not something that you ever want to see. Okay, 10 armor. I'm really looking forward to upgrading my armor class. That's really like the only weakness of this character. Well, that and bands, but having more survivability will mean that bands are less difficult to deal with. I have repel missiles, so with a bit of luck, the Master Archer will not make me explode. So far, my repel missiles doesn't seem to be doing a lot. It did hit me enough to more than half my HP, but I am an ogre at the end of the day, and I still have a million HP. The other characters getting hit for 130 something HP would have been absolutely terrifying. That ring is not bad. 4 intelligence, 4 dexterity. I don't think it's better than my rings of protection, considering my current predicament. Without those rings of protection, I have like 0 armor class, pretty much. But I still do not regret putting on the Hat of the Alchemist. I think the Hat of the Alchemist really is like a priceless item for my character. Before the Hat of the Alchemist, this character was struggling in the Resistances department. Okay. That was a bit scary because, of course, those guys can cast Lightning Bolt, and I was in a position where I could be multi-sap. Even if you're resistant, it can still deal a ton of damage to you if you're multi-sapped. Pretty bad. Okay. Where are these guys going? Oh, they're going towards the Annihilator, because the Annihilator hit a teleport trap and went away the turn I cast Haunt. So funnily enough, it landed close enough that the Haunt dudes were just able to go towards the guy. So far, the loot that we have gotten has been underwhelming, to put it lightly. Yeah, okay, let's take a look at this. This time doing Elf was extremely costly. I almost died a couple of times. It was pretty bad. And I didn't really get anything for doing it. Feels bad. Alright, let's go find that set of acid skills. I'm gonna put them on and fully enchant them because I am done with not having armor class. Yeah, just by putting them on, my armor class goes to 15. If I enchant them, it goes to 21 because I think they can be enchanted to +6. 21. You aren't carrying any armor which can be enchanted further. That means that, yeah, 21 is much better than 10. Much more respectable. So I like it. I like it. I'll stick with it. My success rates are fine. Are completely fine actually. The only thing that I wouldn't really be able to cast is Iron Shot, and I'm not really casting that anyway. I'm not even training for it. Um, so it's fine. I was checking because I lose a lot of intelligence and I also gain a lot of encumbrance off of doing that switch, unfortunately. So it's like a double. But it does let me cast Haunt because I preemptively started training for it. So it's nice. It's nice. Training armor to mitigate a bit the penalties of wearing heavy armor, even if it's not that heavy. Encumbrance rating 5. Yeah, it's like ringmail, but it gives a bit more armor class. Um, Not bad, not bad. Let's go to the Abyss. So I can go to experience level 26. Hmm. Layer 6 has an entrance to the Abyss. He also has that agglomeration of a of plants that almost killed me much earlier in the game. Hello, Gunpowder Messiah. Good to see you around, and thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoy Crawl because I played that a lot. Okay, nothing that we couldn't deal with that ancient zyme that somehow missed the slaughter of Layer 6 earlier. Bonjour, je ne parle pas français, mais je parle anglais, espagnol. Oui, oui. That's actually the only thing that I can say in French. I studied French for like 4 years, and that's the only thing that I can say. Comment ça va? Je m'appelle Nine Settler. And that's it. Like I cannot even finish like the basic introduction because I don't remember. That's the difference between learning a language and literally using it daily from the day that you learn how to use it, and learning a language kind of and not having anything that incentivizes you to use it. Obviously for me the language that I really learned was English and the language that I didn't learn was French. uh, French stream next. Yeah, I cannot do French. Do you ever think about people eating as an accompaniment to my stream? There's some people in like my YouTube that sometimes mention that they listen to my stream with their morning coffee, which is nice. Oh, by the way, I have a lot of things to say about the statistics on my YouTube. I was looking at them, and it turns out that I have 0% of viewers underage. Like 0% of my viewers are underage, which is pretty cool. That's exactly what I wanted. 0% of my viewers are underage. Also, 0% of my viewers are over 45 years old. That is on YouTube. I don't have that kind of statistics on Twitch. Just a little curiosity. You heard that you've crossed over when you start to dream in the other language. I don't know. I cannot remember my dreams. I probably do dream because I hear that everyone dreams, but yeah, I don't remember my dreams. So I don't remember if my dreams are in English or not. Kids have lower incomes too. I don't think I care too much about that. Would be nice to receive donations, but that doesn't really happen very frequently anyway. So that's really not like a concern. What I wanted is like maturity, and like kids often don't have that. So it can like the chat can devolve into something being pretty annoying. That's my main concern with my chat. I would prefer my chat to be as slow as it is nowadays than to be filled with like memes and like garbage like you would see in other big streamers chats. um, you studied a few years of Spanish like a decade ago. You remember nothing of it? Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. Like, you need an incentive to be able to truly learn a language. You don't learn a language until you look forward to using it or until you actually start using it, you know? Um, for me, like I learned English in like elementary school, and I read things in English and I listen to things in English in like middle school and stuff. I think it would have been way better for me to get English in middle school instead of French. but that's not how it was, unfortunately. I was given the choice, like, do you want to go for English or do you want to go for French? And I was like, yeah, let's go for French because it's a new challenge, because I was a kid. Uh, and yeah, I very quickly came to regret it. And I was subdued to French for more than 3 years, actually, because when I was done with middle school and I went to high school, and they asked me, what did you study on middle school? And I was like, French, but I want to go English. And they were like, no, you're going to go French. And like, that didn't go anywhere. If I had studied English in middle school and high school, just as I did in elementary school, I would be like certified for life and stuff. I would probably be able to teach English. This is a ghost moth, but I don't know what it is. Oh, I know what it is now. What version of Crawl is this? It is 0.29 trunk. That's the version that we're currently playing. I wish I had mana so I could kill this. Wow, I'm dealing very little damage. My melee is absolute garbage. It's not usable. It's really, really bad. I'm surprised at how bad it is. Yeah, why were you asking? It's 0.29 trunk. I almost always play trunk. There's very few occasions when I'm not playing trunk. Usually when trunk just destroys me a bit too much and I play 0.26 because that version is a very easy version. It's the last version before the devs started buffing everything. As it is right now, Trunk is very difficult, but it also is fun. It has some new things, like for example the Necromancy rework and Ignis, that kind of thing. It's pretty nice to play Trunk, and it's almost always what I play. Oh, the Hat of the Alchemist gives you a 50% chance to resist mutations. Pretty nice, pretty convenient. So yeah, I haven't found the downstairs, unfortunately enough. A big part of going to the Abyss is immediately finding the downstairs. The Abyss is kind of like Kochmind. That's a very good comparison, actually. The Abyss is a very large room, a very large like arena full of enemies, where you pretty much don't want to fight. And Kochmind is also that, a very large map full of enemies that you pretty much don't want to fight, because you don't get anything out of fighting them other than gear that you wouldn't even need to replace in the first place if you didn't fight them. So yeah, if you don't like the Abyss, you're probably not gonna like Kahamind either. Just a funny thought that I just had. And yeah, I don't like the Abyss, in case it wasn't obvious. I just came here because I feel like I'm strong enough to be able to do it without a lot of complications, and now the Abyss gives 2 potions of experience when you pick up the rune. So yeah, that's gonna be a big increase in my character's HP for going into Sot. I'm probably gonna dive Sot instead of doing it, just because I'm doing the Abyss as my 3rd rune. Wretched Star, that's pretty nasty. I feel like I should probably try to kill that right now, instead of just running away from it and letting it give me some bad mutations. 2 wretched stars. There's an invisible thing over there. I think it might be, hold on. Something hits your shadow rate. It's a lot of Ciproca, probably. In that case, drinking invisibility wouldn't really do a lot, other than freeing up an inventory slot. I'm better off saving it for later in the game. My Abyss one has been lengthy, unfortunately. Lengthy. Lengthier than I would like it to be. That's a lot of Ciproca, 100%. Yeah, a lot of Ciprocas are invisible demons that have anti-magic melee. So I guess I'm just gonna leave behind those wretched stars. I don't wanna get a temporary bad mutation that ends up ruining my day. I don't think you can get the worst mutation of the game as a temporary mutation, so it's fine. It's not as bad as it could be. I mean, it is bad, but it's not as bad as it could be. Oh, Gateway leading out of the abyss. You know what? I'll take it just because that abyss wasn't going well for me. I can take it, rest to full HP, and come back in. And now let's try to find the downstairs. Because last time I was stuck in Abyss 1. Oh, there we go. That's some downstairs right there. It's only a matter of getting rid of these guys. Abyss 2. 2 out of... ooh, 3. Nice. Now I could stay here, but staying here is risky. Is this a room bolt? This looks like a room bolt floor, right? I know because in console it used to be that the color wasn't changed, but now I think it is. But I'm not sure. Is it the room bolt color? No, it's not the room bolt color. The color is different in the room bolt. Yeah, the color is like purple in console. Okay, so it's not the room bolt. It's just a funny looking floor. Oh, well, that's a sneaky. There's a silent. There's. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it in tiles, but in console, like, this is the color that you get when you're silenced, and this is the color of the floor norm, or in this particular level. So, like, there's a very slight, there's like almost no difference. So that's why I didn't realize that I was walking into part of the level with silence. I probably should walk in the opposite direction because silence is really scary. On the other hand, silence could signal a rune, so there's probably it's more obvious in tiles that you're silenced. Yeah, that's a shame. At least some things regarding visual clarity have been ported to console quite well the last couple of versions. Like the tiles in the Abyss, like the tiles that have the room bolt tiles now are much more obvious in console. That's something that I can appreciate. Also, monsters having indicators next to their names. Next time I see like a mighty monster, I'll show you. But the game gives you like the name of the monster and says mighty or fast or well strong or fast or slow or whatever it is. Or channeling recall. That's also an important one. And I like those changes quite a bit. I, in fact, liked it, or like it so much that I missed it seriously when I was in, when I did my one tiles game. In case you have never heard of it, I played tiles once. I play console normally. The console is the thing that I do and the things that I have always done since I started to play the game. But I've been playing tiles, or I played tiles once because I got a donation that pretty much bribed me into playing tiles. And it took me 9 hours, but I did win the character. It was a Baraki something, Air Elementalist, I think. It's on YouTube. It lasts for 9 hours, so it's understandable if you don't want to watch all of it. Oh, I turned into a 3. Maybe I shouldn't have done that because that removed my teleport. I should maybe not be a 3, but I don't have cancellation anymore. Oh no, I do have 2 of them. Okay, let's not be a 3. I miss Holy Word. Holy Word would be really good right now. Starting to regret coming here. Maybe I should not do this. Yeah, I cannot kill some things fast. This band of Balrog, or this Balrog band is actually giving me more trouble than it should be giving me. I don't want to use any more potion petition. My goal was to get to 6,000 gold. I am at less than 5,000, which is pretty uncomfortable. This is not good. I'm gonna read a teleport. Hopefully this time I actually manage to teleport away. Yeah, success. Now, it would be great if, well, I could take the exit. Really could take the exit. Okay, I'll take the exit, just because the executioner is scary. I got frail too, so maybe I don't want to go do the abyss after all. It's very difficult. Nice to see that I'm in France now. I'm not in France. Um, mm, 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 hmm. Okay, so if I'm not gonna do the abyss as my third rune, what do I do then? My options are doing Bolts 5 and Slime pretty much. Uh, I think I have to do Bolts 5. Oh, I don't want to do Bolts 5. I think all three of those are Nightmarish, and I would like to not do any of them. But unfortunately, I have to do a third rune in order to, um, win the game. I cannot go to Sot without a third rune. If I didn't have to get a third rune, I would just be able to go do Sot and like just beat Sot without a lot of complications, just carried by Haunt. But we shall see how it goes. Okay, just a Tango River. That's nice. It's not something terrifying to begin with. You feel robust times 2 just off of killing a single Tango River. That's nice. Where did I land? I think the middle of the level is like up there. No, that's not right. I know where I landed. I know where I landed. I landed in the left north quarter. Um, West north quarter. That's where I landed. Um, yeah, just to make sure, and just because I have a million, let's read magic mapping, and there it is. West, north, northwest, northwest. The middle of the level is right there, which means better not make a racket, otherwise all those bolt guards are gonna come towards me. And I'm probably not gonna be able to kill them. I would be able to if I had Death Channel, but I don't think I have it. Yeah, or more like I know that I don't have it, but Death Channel would be a pretty good level, a pretty good spell to have in some of these situations. Mm. Okay, the Lich is resisting death quite a bit. I unfortunately never found the spell on death. Would be nice to have it. Just as it would be nice to have some mana right now. This is not going well. Yeah, I would like to have Death Channel. Maybe I should try to escape the level and get that Death Channel book and just learn Death Channel. Because I don't have it in my library right now. Oh no, there it is. Never mind. In that case, I can just learn it after this fight and start casting it. It's probably gonna be pretty good for this place. Okay, that's 11 armor. I guess I'll get 26.9 fighting. I don't think I'm gonna get. I can go all the way to 27. Yeah. I don't think I could get any other title if I went that high on fighting. Okay. I've been unfortunately picking up a lot of trash. The only thing that I would care about when it comes to jewelry is actually just an upgrade to my rings of protection. I don't care about anything else that is not an upgrade to my rings of protection. I found some okay rings, but they are not an upgrade to my rings of protection, and by extension, I don't particularly care too much about them, even though they're pretty good. I want all the armor class that I can possibly acquire. Yeah, Dreadlich shouts. What's your chance to 7%? Okay, so I'm gonna start with Haunt first, break line of fire. And now if it wants to paralyze, yeah, it will paralyze a freezing raid instead of paralyzing me. Hopefully the raids kill the Dreadlich. And yeah, there we go. Like, it's such a strong spell. Dreadliches are so scary, and Haunt just kills the Dreadlich really, really fast. Ah, just taking a sip of my tea. Pretty good tea. I don't know what the tea would be called in English, so I cannot tell you exactly what kind of tea I'm drinking today, but I'm having some tea. I have water and I have tea. Mm. Oh yeah, Death Channel. I completely forgot about it, but I should get it. I really, really should get it. It's probably gonna be a pretty good complement for Haunt. Let's get Death Channel. Okay. Ooh, a Potion of Cancellation. I can't complain about that. Yeah, Potions of Cancellation are a pretty nice consumable to have. Very valuable. Very valuable. And I don't have that many of them, so yeah. And as you can see, this channel is the one necromancy spell that still works when you're worshipping Gozag. I didn't get it for very long because I thought that Haunt was gonna be enough, but I have come to realize that it is not enough. It is pretty good, and it would probably be enough if my character was tankier. But the reality is just that my character is not that tanky, and by extension, I need more undead allies to protect me. Is that a rune? It is a rune. I could just get out now. Huh. The Spear of Floral Resourcefulness. Resourcefulness. It feels like something that you would find in Eringia's formal garden. Okay, I will. Do I want to get out? I feel like I could get out now. Like I have the rune. As I mentioned, I only wanted to come here for the rune. I don't care about the loot really. I should cast that channel for this one. You know, something that I don't like about undead allies, that they get mad when they get hit by an inner flame explosion. It's pretty nasty that they get mad by that because it means that it's just unusable. It's not compatible, which is unfortunate. How much do they resist cold? Not a lot, actually. They get mad from all the damaging spells like Irradiate. I'm pretty sure they do. Yeah, I think if you hurt them, they get mad. Instead of disappearing, they get mad. With other summons, they actually just disappear. But with Necromancy allies, they just stay and they get mad at you. Mm. You're already channeling the death, huh? Okay, I was just gonna refresh it um, because I don't want my dudes to disappear. The way that Death Channel works is that if you lose a status effect, the dudes start disappearing, or they disappear immediately. Actually, it's not like they start disappearing after you lose the status effect. It's not. It's just that they immediately go away, all of them. Mm. Okay. Mm. This has been going well so far. I think it was not the best arena for me to fight with Death Channel, but it did well. So no complaints about that. Haunt on the Titan. Probably gonna get the job done. And I lost the Death Channel status effect, and so everyone just kind of disappeared. That's fine. And you know what? It's actually not so bad to clear bolts now that I think about it. Look at the amount of money that I have. Um, I want to get to 6,000, as I mentioned. My objective is to get to 6,000, dive SOT, and then do SOT 5 bribed, because that's one of the greatest strengths that Gozag has to offer. You can just bribe SOT 5 and by extension not have to deal with it. It's pretty nice indeed. Okay, I'm gonna wait outside for the golden dragon. Haunt. It is much better to use Haunt in an open arena, obviously, because the dudes are better, have an easier time surrounding the enemy that you cast Haunt on, and so they just kill the enemy much faster. If you don't do that, it can get nasty, because they can even get to the point where the enemy that you cast Haunt on just kills all the dudes in a queue, just like you would as a player. But when they are surrounded, it's much more difficult for that to happen. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Now I think I should maybe use Agony against these guys. I haven't used Agony in a while. Chance to affect 21%. I guess I cannot use Agony against these guys. What I can do, however, is just wait for things to start dying, and then Death Channel. Yeah, well, I got a Spectral Iron Dragon right here. Hello, Railbird. Good to see you around. Thank you for stopping by. Another Spectral Iron Dragon. Those ones are gonna be meat shields. Yeah, 108 HP, but gargantuan amounts of armor class. Pretty nice things to have from Death Channel. Mm. So yeah, I think I'm glad that I decided to go for Death Channel. Look at this. Death Channel is actually winning me this fight. It's probably gonna win me many more fights. Haunt is like your starter, and then you Death Channel, and Death Channel is your extender, where you don't really need that much mana. Oh, it's running out. Let's recast it. Oh, you cannot recast it anymore? Huh. Huh. Interesting. When did that get changed? I mean, it's not a bad change, because I never liked recasting Haunt, but yeah, that's what I didn't want to see. Just like losing all the dudes because Death Channel expires. That should not really happen so suddenly if you cannot recast it. Um, or I don't know. Let's see. What's the spell power on this? 38%. It's very low because I have only 24 intelligence. Even though I've been pumping it for the entirety of the game, I only have 24. So yeah, new Necromancy. And the power of Haunt. That's been this character. New Necromancy and the power of Haunt. And after this character, I'm gonna play another Necromancer. I think Healer Necromancer is actually a pretty bad combination because it has a very bad spellcasting aptitude, and I think you want some good spellcasting because you want to actually have mana to be able to use Vampiric Draining earlier in the game. Healorc doesn't get enough mana to be able to do such a thing. Due to their very low spellcasting. So yeah, I don't like Healorc Necromancer. This guy has distortion still. Lots of dudes looking kind of sketchy. Huh. I don't like that. Yeah, that's kind of nasty. Okay, maybe I should. No, I was about to say that maybe I should drink resistance to avoid getting destroyed by the fireballs, but it's not something that I can really spare. I only have two of them. like to save them for Orbs of Fire later on. If Immolation wasn't so bad, I would use Immolation, but like it really is not compatible with Death Channel, unfortunately. Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna cast Haunt on this giant. Hope that they kill the giant, and then just snowball from there with Death Channel. Hmm. Exciting. This guy is heavily wounded, not slowed. Surprising. I don't have enough mana. I'm gonna use Potion Petition. We don't really get mana. I guess I'm getting the haste. It's not that expensive, fortunately. Hmm. 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 Decisions. This is not going very well, I have to say. Fortunately, I'm hasted and I already cleared some of these, so I can just retreat into previously cleared territory that is most likely gonna be safe. So I think the Bold Warden died because it was almost dead and extremely poisoned. That's convenient. Not gonna complain about that one. Convoker convoked. It's okay because I have Death Channel. Hey, look at that, an enemy Phantasmal Warrior. We hadn't seen those in a while. One of these guys has distortion. Yeah, this guy has distortion. Didn't kill that guy before. Okay. Oh, I got a miscast on Haunt? Huh, unfortunate. It's at 4% too. It's just how it is. There we go. I got some okay amount of dudes. The duration of Death Channel should be much longer if you cannot recast it. Killing things is sometimes it takes a while, and so like that eats into the duration of Death Channel a lot because you have to cast it before you start killing things. And then every time you kill something, you get a tooth. I really want to try this with Kiku because Kiku makes it so that whenever you kill something, you have a chance to like get a double on that minion. So like let's say right now I have one High Priest and one Tengu Reaper. With Kiku, I could have two of those instead of only one, just because that's what Kiku does. Wow, that's nasty. I am going to use a Scroll of Poison for this. Oh, I used Fear. I didn't want to use Fear. That was actually my last Fear. It's not an issue, but didn't really want to do that. I have LRD. LRD is nice for the current situation. Okay, Zombie Hands too. The Iron Dragon is immune to poison, unfortunately, or resistant at the very least, so it's not getting hurt by that. Now, if only I really had access to Iron Shots, Iron Shot would be perfect for the Iron Dragon. But it's fine. I have Haunt. Haunt is also pretty good for the Iron Dragon. Not as good, however, because Iron Dragons happen to have a ton of armor class. But fine. Good enough, I would say. Good enough. Yeah, now Death Channel just finishes the job for me. It really is a spell about snowballing. You start killing things and then Death Channel just takes care of the rest. I do have to mention that I already got the rune. It was like in the very first quadrant that I visited. So if I really wanted to, I could just leave, but I am killing everything because I need to get some money from Gozag. I am at 7,000, which gives me an okay buffer of money. And I don't think I'm getting much more than that. Yeah, it's important that I don't spend much money. I want to have at least 6,000. It is important that I have 6,000, so I can bribe SOT 5 twice. I don't really care about bribing the orb run too much. It would be good if I could, because I only have one scroll of blinking. And Scrolls of Holy Word no longer exist. Scrolls of Holy Word, like I'm noticing the lack of Scrolls of Holy Word a lot. I would definitely prefer to have Holy Word in many situations instead of the Scroll of Poison. Scroll of Poison is interesting, however, it's a very interesting consumable. You can get the most out of it if you have poison resistance yourself, because it allows you to reposition while you use one of those. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of those Scrolls of Poison. Mm. I did use a couple of them in Bolts 5, and they went okay. How long ago was it the last time that I did Bolts 5 before this one? It feels like I hadn't done Bolts 5 since I played Kochmind last month. Yeah, it's been a while since I did Bolts 5, but it went well. Went better than Elf. Mm. No, no gear that I could use, unfortunately. So yeah, let's go to Sot now that I have 3 runes. As I suspected, Abyss would have given me more experience than Bolts 5 did. With Abyss, I would have leveled up to 26 instead of only 25. But it's fine. This character cannot really do the Abyss, as it has been shown already. Abyss 3 was too much for this character, even with my increased armor class from getting my acid scales fully enchanted and stuff. Yes, Abyss doesn't give experience, but you get 2 potions of experience when you pick up the rune. So that's what I was talking about. That's the reason why you would ever consider doing Abyss as a 3rd rune nowadays, because it gives more experience compared to the other alternatives. Which is funny because it at the same time doesn't give experience and gives more experience. So yeah, it's a funny thing to think about. But yeah, not all characters can do Abyss as a 3rd rune. The characters that can do Abyss as a 3rd rune should probably do Abyss as a 3rd rune. The stealthy characters, the characters that have a ton of stealth, can probably do Abyss as a 3rd rune rather easily. Anyway, I am diving Sot with this character. I'm absolutely diving Sot. I am not doing the entirety of Sot. Okay, let's begin by reading a scroll of magic mapping to know where the stars are. They're really, really close to me. Lucky. Please don't circ me. I could kill the Moth of Rat if I got circed, but that's about it. I couldn't kill the other dudes if I got circed. Okay. There we go. Getting some dudes off of Death Channel. I got slowed by the Death Cove. It's not really an issue, but it is kind of annoying. Oh, I lost the dudes because Death Channel wore off. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I don't feel like it lasts for as long as it should last. Now that it is not recastable. I didn't like having it to recast it and recast it and recast it, but I also don't like the current duration. I think something was changed between my first playthrough of Necromancer and this second playthrough of Necromancer regarding Death Channel, because the first iteration had a much more powerful Death Channel compared to this one. It lasted for longer, and it also was recastable, and now it is no longer recastable, and it lasts for shorter amounts of time. That's really scary. Yeah, that's really scary. Let's not have anything to do with that guy. Oh, it broke off the constriction, immediately ran towards me and constricted me. You know, I don't want to have anything to do with Berserk Sot monsters when I have only 22 armor class and no mana. Let's get some mana then. Yeah, I got a very small amount of mana, but it's gonna do the trick. Yeah, just casting Zombie Hands defensively, casting it and running for my life. Okay, I knew that the Tentacle Monstrosity was going to be next to me. It's going to prevent me from going upstairs, so I better reposition instead of trying to go upstairs. I wonder if I can get Spectral Tentacled Monstrosities off of casting Death Channel. Probably not. If I had to guess, I would say no. Oh, something important to keep in mind when you are a necromancer doing SOD is that due to the nature of the way that you acquire zombies nowadays as a necromancer, you probably should dive. Because if you don't dive, you're gonna fight a lot of Quicksilver dragons and a lot of purple draconians that are just gonna shoot you with their breath weapon, and then you're gonna lose the thing that's giving you dudes. BF changed it yesterday. Yeah, it needs some compensation buffs. As it is right now, it's not as strong as it should be for a level 6 spell, especially a spell that doesn't start in your starting book, you know? Animate Death feels more powerful than Death Channel, because the Animate Death dudes last forever. Would it be too powerful if Death Channel was turned into something reminiscent of Animate Death, where the dudes just lasted forever? Yeah, adjustments need to be made. I probably should comment on it. Oh, that is regarding further nerfs. Yeah, I don't think it's an anime that just does Zombie Land Saga. Um, kind of, I guess. There's a lot of anime that, if you think about it. This is not a good position to be in. Yeah, this is a bad position to be in. I don't see things going well for me in this position because the Quicksilver or the Draconian Shifter just did the thing that it very rarely does and decided to copy a Guardian Serpent, doing the most scary thing that a Guardian Serpent can do. So yeah, I would say that Death Channel needs to be buffed instead of nerfed. I don't think it is quite strong. Necrotized skeleton duration was extended. I did see that. That's a change that I can agree with. In general, I'm gonna be more in favor of player buffs than I would be of player nerfs. Lost a lot of dudes. Oh, Draconian Stormcaller just decided to abjure. So nasty. Yeah, this is not really doable. This is very bad. Very obviously terrible. Um, I think I have to start thinking about how I'm not going to die to this. And yeah, like I definitely just have to go straight down. I cannot fight SOT. This is not really a good example of an average SOT fight, because average SOT fights don't really have mods of wrath, and they don't have three dragons supporting a band of draconians. But yeah, like I'm throwing all my mana at stuff and things are not dying. I feel like it wouldn't be this way with refrigeration or something. This is not, that's not the way to go. I shouldn't use the blinking right now. I'm gonna go for haste. I already killed the Quicksilver Dragon and or the Purple Draconian, and the Quicksilver Dragon is berserking, so it should be fine. It would be much easier if I had Blink. I really, really wish I had Blink. Yeah, like I have that ring with Blink, but I don't want to put it on. I need my rings of armor class. Ah, this is so rough. I think maybe reading summoning might get something done here. I don't want to use the blinking because it's too valuable. I only have one. Yeah, mods of wrath are not that uncommon. But the thing is that with a different character, I feel like I would have been able to actually kill things. As it is right now, I was just pummeled by too many things at once, and I wasn't able to kill anything before things started snowballing out of control. There's a storm dragon over here, and the moth of wrath is not really an uncommon sight, but it just appeared in the middle of a fight, and I hadn't really killed anything. So yeah, that's why it's been so bad. Where are you? Draconian Shifter, okay. Yeah, I can hit for 12 damage. Too strong, by the way. Too strong. I think I'm just gonna have to read Blinking and just get out. It's the safest thing to do. Now, when it comes to dealing with that, it's not as difficult as you would think. It's a matter of reading teleport, going downstairs, and waiting for the teleport to trigger, unless I get it dispelled by the Quicksilver Dragon, which is not even the screen right now. So yeah, the teleport is gonna trigger with the faster timer that it would have outside of SOT. The extended timer only gets applied to scrolls of teleport that you read in SOT. It doesn't get extended if you're teleporting and then you go into SOT, which can be a very good tip for maybe entering the abyss as well. But definitely for going into SOT 1 in case your SOT 1 is as bad as that one. Unfortunately, I cannot really ignore that. I need to kill all of those guys because on the way back up, I have no other option but to deal with them. So it's either deal with them now or deal with them when I have the orb and I have demons chasing after me. I know what I would like to do. That's a lot of electric golems, you know? Very scary, dudes. I think they are, yeah, they're completely unaffected by zombie hands as well. Pretty bad enemies for what I'm trying to do today. Haunt kind of deals with them. It does take a while, a couple of turns, but it does deal with them, okay. The electric golem is capable of one-shotting the raids with its melee attacks, I think. And if it's not, it certainly feels like it can one-shot the raids. Rough. But we have been managing. I have to say that this is not the strongest Ogre that I've had. Definitely not. Also, this is very obviously a bolt. I don't know what I stumbled upon in there, but it was bad, obviously. Yeah, pretty rough indeed. Huh. I don't like this. Okay. Step away from the Circer. Try to kill the Moth of Wrath before it circs me. Cast Death Channel. Yeah, I don't know about the state of Death Channel before the nerfs, because once again I don't really play the playstyle that much. Like it's not a playstyle that I like, having to rely on allies and necromancy and micromanaging allies and stuff. It really is not something that I like. But I liked Death Channel. It felt okay. It felt strong, you know. I don't think it should get nerfed. I think it is okay that you cannot recast it to extend the duration. That's something that I like, but I also think that in compensation, it should just last much longer. It was not an issue of power level. It was an issue of user friendliness, in my opinion. That's my one complaint about, or yeah, it was my one complaint about that channel. But of course, that's no longer a thing that matters. Because you cannot recast it anymore. Okay, I wanted to get mana here, but I didn't get it. Low on mana. Just enough to cast one more haunt against this electric golem. Lots of electric golems. They are rather uncommon. I feel like either I don't notice them or they just don't spawn that frequently in SOT nowadays. Oh, I got to 26.9 fighting. Let's get to 27. Draconian Stormcallers are pretty nasty. They have the ability to just dispel my haunt dudes. So for those, yeah, like as I mentioned in my first Necromancer last week, you don't want to fight Sot. You should probably dive Sot if you're using Necromancy spells. There's plenty of reason to not fight Sot as a Necromancer. But if you're using other things, you should probably just fight, like Refrigeration, for example. Probably makes quick work of Sot if you happen to get that before going in here. I'll train armor and dodging. I don't feel like I need to train anything else that is not armor and dodging. Okay, now that I have gotten rid of all those nasty, nasty monsters, I should be able to go downstairs. With a bit of luck, I should be able to go downstairs. Please, no more awful monsters in awful combinations that make it really hard for me to fight at all. Please, no more. I already have my fair share of that. Pretty difficult SOT 1 fight for sure. Grabbing the money because I feel like I need it, and yeah, I'm done with this. This was a pretty awful vault, just a bunch of dudes, no reward, pretty much nasty. Let's read magic mapping. Okay, the closest stairs are straight up. Yeah, the closest stairs are straight up. This might be a better set of downstairs and upstairs to take, but I'm not sure if I want to continue exploring SOT 1 anymore. Oh, I should probably cast Death Channel. But yeah, it's gonna get immediately dispelled by the Quicksilver Dragon, by the way, or the Purple Draconian. I always get them mixed up. Pretty much the same thing. Okay, this guy's gonna grab me if I don't go upstairs now. I'm gonna go upstairs because it's dangerous to stay there any further. I'm gonna try to check for different stairs to see if I find the ones that I actually wanted to find. Oh, that looks nasty. Yeah, that's a lot of purple draconians. Is this exactly what I wanted to see? Actually, it is the stairs that I wanted to see, but yeah, killing all of that seems like quite an endeavor. I'm not sure if I can do it. I guess I'll use a scroll of poison. Lost all my mana to a ghost moth. I should get out. Yeah, that's just the safest thing to do. Get out. The ghost moth is chasing after me, like it's right here. At least I have a competent melee, you know? It could be way worse. Imagine if I was only able to do what I'm currently doing and nothing more. That would be so bad. But yeah, I think I have to go through there. Like, these seem like the best stairs. These ones, there is some stairs, but they are too far away. On the other hand, maybe I can do these. Huh. Getting a lot of Mods of Wrath. What's up with this? Am I getting some nasty Salt Bolts or something that just give me a ton of Mods of Wrath? Or am I just getting unlucky? I guess I'm just getting unlucky. Yeah, I would say that Death Channel probably scales with how fast you can kill things. I don't feel like I'm killing things particularly fast with this character. Maybe instead of getting melee, I should have gotten iron shot, and then I would be killing things fast. Yeah, okay, I'm getting out of that. I don't know how I'm gonna do SOT 5. But on the other hand, my other Necromancer also had some serious issues in SOT, and it seemed to go well after all. Like SOT 5 went well, the rest of SOT was bad. Um, so maybe it's gonna be the same for this one. The glaive of the crawling thing. Pretty good glaive. Pretty good indeed. Mm. Okay, I didn't get to see if the Stormcaller died. Let's see if. Okay, yeah. Oh, there is Book of Alchemy that has Blink. Huh. Oh, it has Blee, Sublimation. Okay, yeah. I searched for Blee instead of Blink. Okay, I was surprised about the Book of Alchemy appearing in my search for Blee. But I guess it has Sublimation of Blood. Unfortunately, that's not really what I want. Sublimation of Blood is a spell that was mentioned by someone in my YouTube comments, but no, it's not. It's not a spell that really appeals to me. Though it might be good with my current character. Now that I think about it, mm, because my current character has a lot of HP, so losing like 50 HP or so casting Sublimation of Blood is like nothing if you're gonna get a full mana refill. Maybe I should get that. Do I have it? I don't think I do, because if I had it, it would be like right there, because I have a lot of Necromancy. Yeah, I don't think I have it. I would have to learn it. I would have to buy a book to learn it. That's what I meant. Okay. I wonder if I already got rid of all those nasty guys that I didn't want to fight in the first place. Sometimes you get some pretty straightforward sots, sots that are easy to dive. This hasn't been that so far, but at least I'm still alive. And that's all that really counts. Being able to, survive um, to not make any mistakes and, just win the game. Mm. Okay, so something that I like about Haunt is that all the dudes see invisible. Um, all the raids see invisible, so you can cast it on an invisible monster, and the raids will immediately go ahead and start attacking the dude. It's quite nice. That's a lot of employed Draconians. Very scary. The monks are not that scary, but of course everything else is. Yeah, something that I don't like about having allies is that it prevents you from doing some pretty cool stuff, such as Tin of Tremor Stones. I feel like I am gonna use Tin of Tremor Stones, yeah. Like, can just abandon the raids, who cares? Mm. These fights take forever. I don't like these. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's probably not an issue with that channel. It's probably an issue with my character. I probably took a wrong turn somewhere, and as a result, I ended up being like this. I've been having issues for like the entirety of the late game, it feels like. Um, Geez, these purple draconians, and there's so many of them. I cannot help but feel that I'm actually fighting the entirety of the level. I just wanted to sneak past, and the game is really not letting me do that. Hmm. You don't have any such object? Did I seriously use all my charges of digging? That's crazy. Cannot believe that. Um, Heal wounds and magic. Heal wounds, curing and magic. Invisibility and might. I'll take heal wounds and magic. Okay, I don't even want to cast Death Channel here because it's just gonna get removed. Death Channel getting removed is feels pretty bad, and it just happens too much in SOT. Every fight has purple draconians or things like that that just prevent you from being able to use that spell. Um, okay, we got rid of that guy. Fortunately enough, let's see if we can actually go downstairs now. Please, I don't want to fight anymore for the entirety of SOT until SOT 5, which then I would bribe. Like, I would absolutely bribe SOT 5. Um, oh, where did you come from? Hmm. That's two invisible Draconian Knights or a Moth of Wrath. I know for sure that one of these guys is a Draconian Knight. Yeah, this is not going well. I'm not killing anything. This feels awful. Okay, finally killed those guys. Can I leave now? Okay, I can't leave now. There's more Draconians. Ooh, boy. I really feel like I fought the entirety of the level here, and like literally the opposite of what I wanted to do. Wanted to not fight anything, and instead of that, I fought the entirety of the level. And I didn't want to fight anything because I knew it was gonna go exactly how it has been going so far, which is not good. Not well. It's been going very, very poorly. Um, yeah, I don't even have blinking. Hmm. Okay. Do I have bad mutations? Because I have a lot of potions of mutation. Oh, okay. I don't have bad mutations. And I have a clear path now. I already killed all of those guys. Alright, alright. Not gonna complain. Not gonna complain. We're doing fine. And there we go. Things are looking up now. Look at that beautiful placement of the stair right there. That's exactly what I wanted to see through my search journey today. Exactly what I wanted to see. Hmm. Should have just taken the downstairs. I just want to clear around the area a bit so there's no draconian bands that just gank me on my way out. Um, I wonder if I can kill these guys with zombie hands alone. Hmm. That didn't look bad. That didn't look bad, and it was only with zombie hands. But the thing is that I had a corridor there. With no corridor, it's more complicated. Also, when it comes to this shifter, it is also pretty hard to just kill it with zombie hands because it constantly blinks away. So yeah, it's pretty annoying. Okay, good old reliable stun arrow, better than melee, most likely. So 4. Magic mapping. Ooh, these downstairs don't look so nice. Yeah, they're all very far away. I'm probably gonna have to get into a fight with half of the level again. Oh boy, I'm not looking forward to that. Ghost moth. Oh, I lost all my mana. Hopefully these guys let me kill the ghost moth or help me kill the ghost moth. What did the message say when I whiffed? An evil force gathers, but it quickly dissipates. You need to cast Haunt on a monster. That's one of its few downsides. You need to cast it on a monster, or otherwise it doesn't do anything. Um, it actually whiffs if you don't cast it on a monster, and it consumes your mana. Um, I prefer that over the alternative, which is not letting you cast it if you don't see the monster yourself. I consider that to be a nerf, and the other thing, it is punishing, but it's much better than not being able to cast it on monsters that you know where they are and that are invisible. Mm. Okay, once again we're fighting a million dudes. Um, Pretty rough. I'm glad that I decided to clear this. Leaves me with a very safe spot that I can rest on if the need arises. Berserk Golden Dragon, that's definitely gonna be annoying. Yeah, I hope that it doesn't hurt me too much. Okay, as long as the guy is not going closer to me, I'm fine with it. I wish I had this spell undead. I never found this spell undead in this playthrough, and it would be good for the curse though. I assume that Haunt can also kill the curse though, but yeah, it's probably gonna take much longer than this spell undead would. Should have gone upstairs. Really should have gone upstairs. Yeah, I would say that this character is not a good character. The reason for that is that I think it has very bad melee. It barely deals any damage with its melee, it feels like. I don't understand why. It may be related to the 19 strength, but I have like a fully enchanted Laya tank. It really should deal more damage than it's been dealing. Not only that, but I also take a lot of damage in return because, you know, Ogre, so I don't really have that good of a defense. I should probably stop training dodging, talking about it. Not getting anywhere. It feels like a waste of experience to train dodging. Um, so yeah. I also don't have spells that just immediately kill the monsters. The ally thing. Yeah, it's much easier to cast Haunt against a single monster because the Haunt dudes just destroy the monster. But when it's Haunt against a band that also has dudes that dispel your death channel, so you don't really get snowballing, it's pretty rough. Yeah, Sot as a Necromancer is rough. Rough. I wouldn't recommend it. So yeah, would recommend you to dive past as much as you can. Gozag spreads your bribe to the realm of Sot. Hey, friendly orb of fire, first thing that we see. That's wonderful. Yeah, do your thing, orb of fire. Mm. Friendly orb of fire is just gonna carry me. Yeah, it just kills everything. It's insanely strong. Morally damaged, and it just killed everything pretty much on its own. That's exactly what I needed to see. Friendly orb of fire immediately. Huh, it actually firebolt me. Huh, interesting. Not much to do about it, but I certainly would have preferred that to not be the case. At least it only hit me for 36 and I was at full HP, so it probably was like, we can fireball, or I can fireball the dude, and it's not gonna happen, and nothing bad is gonna happen. Which I guess it's not wrong. Got a friendly red draconian, and a friendly white draconian, and another draconian too. Draconian monk. Not bad, not bad. Hmm. I am glad that I don't have to worry about protecting my Orb of Fire. Wow, that actually was pretty fast. It just got rid of the bribe almost immediately. I got a Lich, well, an Ancient Lich, and Orb of Fire, and a Draconian Band out of it. And I pacified a bunch of dudes. Um, Pacifying dudes is not something that I particularly care about. Um, the Liches are not particularly good permanent allies. As you can see, your Ancient Lich is destroyed. It didn't last for very long. The Orb of Fire, on the other hand, has exactly the combination of tankiness and damage output that you would like to see on an ally. Um, yeah, that one is one good permanent ally. Oh, it unfortunately doesn't do anything against the Cursto because the Cursto is immune to fire. Yeah, immune to fire and immune to hexes, so it's not gonna get polymorphed. Mm. Wow, two Curstos. That's insane. This would be a perfect time to have a Scroll of Holy Word if they hadn't been removed from the game. Mm. With the removal of Cursto, I think this spell that should be made more common. Ouch. Yeah, I don't like that. That looks pretty bad to me. That looks awful to me. So my Orb of Fire and the enemy Orb of Fire are never gonna kill each other. This is pretty nasty. I think I got marked. That's why I'm fighting all of these things right now. Huh, unfortunate. Alright, I got malmutated, so it's an excuse to drink a potion of mutation. I think instead of giving you the warning of really drink the potion of mutation while resistant to mutation, it should just let you drink it and give you the effects as if you were not using resistance to mutation. Because as it is right now, you have to take off the resistance to mutation item and then put it back on after you drink your potion of mutation. So the warning doesn't really achieve anything other than just be annoying. Mm. That's not bad. Yeah, not bad. I mean, not fantastic either, but not bad. Your last human fire elementalist survived the vault in SOT 5 with 3 cursed dose only to die in Pandemonium. That's a shame. I don't think I've died in Extended in a while. At least in a year. Yeah, I think the last time I died in Extended was... No, that's not true. I think I died in Extended in Dungeon Depths Pandemonium SOT run, or in a 6 runes before Depths run, where I was feeling so strong and I went into Extended and then the first level killed me. It was pretty bad. How are we doing here? Lightly damaged, jeez. It's gonna take forever to kill that. I don't even know if Haunt is gonna be able to kill it. Because Haunt is not that good against Orbs of Fire, it turns out to be. The Orb of Fire is not really getting slowed because the guys are not managing to hurt the Orb of Fire. Okay, please let me go upstairs. I should read summoning to create further meat shields. I want to use Bribe, but not yet. I want to kill this Orb of Fire, then use Bribe. I want to save my Bribe pretty much for the Bolt, because I only have one more Bribe. Okay, that Scroll Summoning actually did a pretty good job. The Tentacle Monstrosity was exactly what I needed to kill the Orb of Fire. Hopefully... Oh, don't kill me. 66 damage. How did that happen? Torment and Death Caps releasing spores at me. Wow, am I dead? I was not expecting that to happen. That is insane. Okay, please don't kill me. I would appreciate it if I didn't die here. I'm gonna drink a heal wounds. Okay, that's pretty good. Gonna drink another one. Okay, that's excellent. Ooh, I also got rid of the curse though. Okay, I think the Tentacle Monstrosity actually... Oh no, the Green Draconian Monk, look at that. It just destroyed the curse though. Fantastic. Those guys are hit pretty hard, you know? Green Draconian Monk. Can hit for 35, kick for 20, tail slap for 15, and tail slap for 15. I wish they had weapons. Well, I guess I don't really wish they had weapons because it would just be a minor upgrade for you when you happen to get one of those from Shadow Creatures or from the Scroll Summoning. I guess Shadow Creatures no longer exists. And it would be a massive downside for a player who has to deal with those pretty much every time they want to win the game. Let's take a look at this actually. I have another alarm trap, but I don't know if I want to deal with it. No. This is actually awful. This is much easier, much more benevolent. Let's go over here, Mr. Orb of Fire. I'm gonna Bribe Branch again. Yeah, I need 500 more gold to be able to do it a third time. It's been going okay. You take 9 damage. Friendly Tentacle Monstrosity, nice. It was the Shadow Creature, sorry. In that case, it was not a friendly Tentacle Monstrosity. That's annoying. Is it gonna do it every turn? It's not gonna do it every turn. It really shouldn't mark it as hostile, like unsafe for traveling if it's neutral. Oh, look at that! Yo! Don't torment! What if I just walk away from that? Yeah, before that happens. That's not good. That's most definitely not good. I like how the statue just summoned a Tzitzimitl. Or I think the statue... No, the Lich. The Lich summoned a Tzitzimitl. That's what happened here. That was kind of sketchy. Oh wow, the statue just died. The Juggernaut stirs and turns away. That's not a real Juggernaut. I know for sure that it's not a real Juggernaut. It is something that got shape-shifted into being a Juggernaut by a Clown Pie. Gonna drink invisibility here. Visibility didn't really last for very long here. There's gotta be something in the code that makes Quicksilver Dragons more likely to... Oh wow, your Orb of Fire is destroyed. Wow, I actually lost the Orb of Fire. That's not good. As I was saying, there's gotta be something in the code that makes Quicksilver Dragons almost guaranteed to shoot you with Quicksilver the moment that they see you having Quicksilver or like having buffs. I feel like it happens every time. This is awful. I don't think I survived this. Um, this is looking very, very bad. And you know what's the saddest thing about this? It's only a Draconian Band, but I don't think I beat it. It's a Draconian Band and a Ghost Mod. There's a Ghost Mod that is pretty much draining me of all my mana, and I cannot go invisible. The invisibility lasted for for a very short amount of time. I feel like I drank invisibility when I was somewhere around here, and it just wore off by the time I was over here. Very unlucky roll of invisibility. Now I really don't see a path out of this one. I have to fight, but I cannot fight because I don't have mana, and I won't have mana. Like even if I drink a potion of mana, there's a ghost mod ready to remove the mana. I don't have the death channel. I had it, but this guy removed it. So yeah, pretty bad. Pretty bad indeed. Yeah, sure. I guess I can make it to a teleport trap and then things would be okay, maybe. Bad Scroll of Summoning. As long as it protects me for long enough to be able to leave, we should be fine regarding this Scroll of Summoning. And I can leave now, but I kind of want to watch the Berserk Dragon and the Berserk Draconian kill some things. Yeah, and I say watch them kill some things because if I'm not watching, they won't attack. So yeah, you know, just like take advantage of the current situation. Take advantage of what I got from the scroll. Hmm. Okay, the Berserk Shadow Dragon actually did a wonderful job. That was insane. The Berserk Shadow Dragon pretty much killed everything on its own. The Juggernaut also probably helped, but the Juggernaut is not necessarily my ally, it's just like neutral. Um, I wonder if we can get enough money to get access to another bribe. We need 300 more gold or so. I was gonna buy Arga, but yeah, I wasn't expecting to be so constrained by money. Okay, so far so good. Slow and steady wins the race. I have no idea how I've been able to survive for this long with this character. I guess it survives, but it doesn't kill things well enough, and I don't like it when characters don't kill things well enough. That's never something that I enjoy. Okay, I have actually a pretty good amount of dudes, spectral dudes. So if I was to retain them for a while, that would be quite nice. Oh, I think they killed the Juggernaut. They really shouldn't have killed the Juggernaut. I ran out of bribe, as I mentioned. Um, yeah, 2 bribes was not enough to clear SOT 5. And it actually left me with some pretty nasty fights, so it didn't really do a lot. Neutral Orb of Fire, that's nice. I can appreciate a neutral Orb of Fire. 2,900 gold. Hey, 3,019 gold. So I can pick up the orb now. Obviously, I would not like to do a full clear, but on the other hand, I also feel threatened anytime that I don't do a full clear. I feel like I'm just gonna try to go out and dudes are gonna block my path. And this character has a very bad time killing things, let alone killing things fast. So I don't want that to happen. I'd rather just kill everything in my own terms before leaving, which I think I've already done. All right, all right. 3,113 gold. Hmm. There's a bit more gold over there, but that's probably a gold that I would have to fight for, and I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. I'm done with fighting. Let's just get out. Hmm. Funny teleports. Hell Sentinel is pretty bad. Fortunately, I can run away from it. Please get slowed. Okay, there we go, it got slowed. Haunt is especially nice because it's like smite targeted slow that ignores willpower. So in some situations you can just ooh, Fanlord. Extremely dangerous Fanlord. Iron Shot, Summon Greater Demon, and Abjuration. That's pretty bad. Are you fast? I didn't see if it was fast. Very fast, okay. I'm gonna read the scroll summoning. Oh, it has Abjuration. Yeah, my bad. So that means that I just can't. I can't do anything against that guy. I should have maybe bribed, but probably not. Do I make it to the exit? I would say no. Not even if I haste do I make it to the exit. Oh wow, it hit me for 100 damage with Iron Shot. How much damage? 3 dice of 42. That's a pretty fantastic roll. Repel missiles, placebo. Please get slowed. Please get slowed. The iron shot misses you. Yeah, don't hit me with 3 dice of 42 iron shots. I kept summoning just because I felt like I needed to. Fortunately, I did get a slow on the Panlord, and now I can just get out. But that was super scary. That's the kind of thing that kills you when you don't have blinking for the orb run, which is the case nowadays. Don't have blinking for the orb run. Go D0, please. Tormentor. Fortunately, it was not very difficult to kill. D9, Golden Eyes. They should drop more money. After all, they are Golden Eyes. They drop actually quite a low amount of money. 5, 6, 5, 6 gold. Pretty bad. Okay, so far so good. Yeah, saving or well, not saving money, but like acquiring money to bribe the orb run has been very convenient thing. Been bribing pretty much everything, and there we go. I escaped. That was quite painful. Surprisingly, that was very painful. Maybe I should have replaced the Scarf of Repulsion with something else to give myself a bit of extra armor class. Would have gotten up to 26, 27 armor class if I had switched to a cloak, and maybe it would have been impactful, but I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that was painful. uh, cannot say that I had as good of a time with this one compared to the one before, the Deep Dwarf of Jiva. But on the other hand, the Deep Dwarf of Jiba was a Deep Dwarf of Jiba, and it was also before the channel got nerfed. I only got that channel very late into the game, and I feel like that channel would have fixed many of the issues that I was running into before I got that channel. Of course, that channel unfortunately doesn't really do anything in SOT due to the nature of SOT, so many purple draconians and quicksilver dragons running around, removing your death channel. Very weak spell for that part of the game. I think the correct thing to do when you get to that point in the game is to just go for refrigeration. Just like get refrigeration on any character, and by the time you get to SOT, just mash the refrigeration button. That is gonna kill almost everything. And whatever it doesn't kill, it probably dies to Haunt. So you could do that. But anyway, I think that's gonna be it for me for the night. Um, let's get out of here. I think that's gonna be one of the worst characters that I've ever had with the Hat of the Alchemist, not gonna lie. That was pretty rough. But at the end of the day, we ended up getting the win. That's what counts. So thank you for watching and thank you for hanging out. If you enjoyed what you saw, you should consider following if you're not already following. And if you are, you can consider subscribing. You don't have to, and I understand if you don't want to or you can't, but it does help me if you choose to do so. I actually could use your contributions quite a lot. With that being said, let's see who we can raise. Maybe someone is playing